And femininity and confidence go hand in hand in a very similar way that masculinity and confidence go hand in hand, because it's a full acceptance of self, it's an understanding of who you are, and it's an embrace who you are as a woman. So hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am so glad you have joined me. My name is Caitlin and I run the blog called Mrs. Midwest. Welcome back to the living room. Today we are going to be doing a bread and butter topic here on my channel, and that is 7 easy ways to look more feminine. I know I have covered a lot of similar topics to this, but I do think it's a worthwhile practice to return to these ideas, to make some quick tips and ideas, especially as we are coming into spring. A lot of us are beginning to come out of quarantine. We want to look fresh, we want to start our feminine journey, and I am hopefully here to help you. Now, before we begin, I do want to say that I do believe that femininity is, first of all, a mindset. I think it has a lot more to do with who you are on the inside, your heart, your soul, your motivations, all of that good stuff. But that doesn't mean that outer appearances don't matter. In fact, I believe that expressing ourselves femininely with our outer appearance is often a way that we can take those internal ideas into an outward way, to kind of outwardly express ourselves and to begin expressing those feminine mindsets we've had. I don't think that there is a specific or perfect way to look or act femininely. I think that femininity is more of a spectrum where we might find ourselves at different points. I don't believe there's a perfect way to look feminine. I don't believe that there's a cookie cutter way to look feminine. Now, I think with outer appearance, sometimes people can get bogged down, worried that because they look a certain way, they can't look feminine. But I am excited to share with you all today that there are many things you can do to look more feminine, to increase your femininity. There are always going to be women who look more naturally feminine than other women, but that doesn't mean we can't enhance our femininity. It doesn't mean we can't express our femininity. And again, I don't believe that there is a perfect feminine woman. That's not what this video is about. I'm not here to describe how to perfectly look feminine, how to check all the boxes. Rather, this video is meant to inspire you to maybe see how you could enhance your femininity in ways that express your creativity and your individuality. So hopefully some of these points are inspiring to you today, but let's jump into the first one. And that is all about the eyes. Play up your eyes. Now, this will be different depending on your eye shape, depending on your fashion style, but just playing up your eyes and drawing attention to them will make you look more feminine. You know, we all know the cartoon difference between male and female cartoon characters, or even animals. It's often the eyelashes, the eyes. And so that is a very cliche and easy way to instantly play up your femininity. Add some mascara, play around with some eyeliner, put some lighter eyeshadow on to really draw attention to your eyes. You know, you could go for the big kind of innocent childlike eyes. You could do a more sultry, smoky eye. You know, play with your natural shape. I truly believe everyone has beautiful eyes if you put enough attention to it. I really encourage mascara. Just flutter out those lashes and define your eyes. This is especially important if you might be colored like me, where you have naturally lighter lashes. A bit of mascara or even defining your eyes through your brows can add that contrast and draw in the attention to your face. You can also play up your eyes by defining your brows. That's something that I have done. I just dyed them yesterday, so they're very dark. But playing up your eyes, you know, doesn't have to mean crazy YouTuber eyeshadow tutorials with all these different colors. I never do that. I just do a more low maintenance eyeliner, eyeshadow. I call it a day. You don't need to go crazy here. You don't need to do intense makeup, but just adding some definition around your eyes will make them look big and feminine. Second point, this is not earth-shattering. So just so you know, if you're looking for earth-shattering advice, this is not the video. But sometimes when things are so obvious, we can kind of overlook them. And this is something I see overlooked all the time, and that is a lip color. You can see that I have a lip tint on right now, but it's not a crazy bright red. You know, I think a lot of people, myself included, can get turned off from the idea of lipstick because we envision this bright red lip, but you don't have to live life that way. I love the natural colors. I love something that's more blended into my face because I feel like it draws attention to my smile more than my lips. You can play this up a number of different ways, but enhancing your lips will always make you look more feminine and womanly because it's a very womanly feature, no matter how big or how small. I know we have a lot of emphasis on on large lips in our culture lately, but if you have naturally thinner lips, do not despair. You can have an absolutely breathtaking face with small lips or thin lips. Some of the most beautiful women I've known in my life have had smaller lips. I think rather than focusing on lip size or worrying about lip injections, just focus on adding that lip contrast to your face, playing it up with a gloss. And honestly, I believe that one of the most attractive feminine traits is confidence. And when we're confident in our natural face, I think it can go a long way. So learn to accept your lips by celebrating them. Put on a gloss. And if you have big, luscious lips, there's nothing more beautiful than glossing those babies up and just showing them off, enjoying it, flaunt those lips. All right. Now let's move to the third tip, and this is the life hack of the century. If you're not ready for feminine dresses, if you're not ready for a lot of makeup, the easiest thing you can do is to start wearing feminine colors. All you have to do is either start wearing more color or wearing lighter neutrals. The more light your neutrals are, the more feminine they're gonna look. With the colors, I do think jewel tones and darker colors can look feminine, but make sure that they're saturated or very flattering to your skin tone. Wearing color in general is going to make you look more feminine. A colorful or even a light neutral sweatsuit is gonna look more feminine than a black sweatsuit. It's just the way we as humans associate femininity. We think of flowers, we think of light and breezy, nurturing, sweet, those kind of colors come to mind. And so whatever that looks like for you, begin wearing feminine colors. This could be as easy as swapping out a drab gray sweater for a white sweater or a cream sweater. Those little baby steps can make all the difference. Another easy way to do this is with accessories. If you're not ready to step out of your darker colors, or perhaps they're more flattering on your shape, amazing. It's good to know that stuff about ourselves, but don't shy away from color. Maybe wear some color with your necklaces or your bags or your shoes, wear a lighter shoe, carry a colorful purse, get accessories in different colors. This will definitely make you look more feminine. I do want to add here though, don't wear a color just for the sake of wearing a color if it's not going to be flattering on you. And this is going to be hit or miss. You're going to have to learn kind of what looks good on you. Feminine colors make people think of femininity. So when you wear that, they're going to think you're looking more feminine. It's a very easy, very simple, again, not very life-shattering hack. All right, the fourth tip. Begin experimenting with being extra with your accessories, especially hair accessories. This one is difficult for me because I am not a person that enjoys wearing a lot of it. Jewelry, I don't enjoy wearing a ton of hair accessories, but I've noticed that it can instantly make you look more feminine just to put on a headband or a clip in your hair or to wear a necklace, a bracelet. Wearing more accessories makes you look more feminine. It's kind of that idea of that girly girl, who carries all of these accessories. And I know a lot of us don't want to fully be that way, but we can learn a lot from that girl and see that carrying those accessories will make you look more feminine. And again, you don't need to go overboard with this. Minimalistic jewelry or even a simple purse, it will look feminine in a more subtle way. And so your accessories don't necessarily need to be ruffled and pink and girly if that's not your style, but just having accessories will make you look more feminine. Carrying a purse, wearing a bracelet, wearing an elegant shoe, or even a high heel. If you really want a life hack to look more feminine, women's shoes, a high heel, you are well on your way. All right, the fifth tip, show off your womanly shape. Don't hide your curves. Now, this doesn't mean you need to be overly sensual with your clothing. You don't need to show a lot of skin. You don't need to wear overly tight clothing, but don't disguise your womanly shape. Show off your curves, show that you have a waist. Don't be ashamed of your rounded parts, even if that is your fleshy arm or your thighs. That's what makes you a woman. We carry more fat, and that's good, that's healthy, that's okay. But more than that, remember that there are other ways to show your womanly shape other than just, the typical womanly curves. There's also your neck, your collarbones, your wrists. All of these things are different on women than men, and they will make you look more feminine. So even playing up your neck in a turtleneck, maybe showing a collarbone, having a slightly 3/4 length sleeve, it doesn't have to be the top of your thigh that you're showing out of a thigh-high boot. You can wear subtle clothing that still shows you're a woman, that still celebrates your womanly figure. And again, another really great way to do this is to just avoid androgynous clothing when you want to look feminine. I don't look good good in androgynous clothing. It has been a really hard journey for me to accept that because a lot of that stuff is so stylish and on trend. But I've noticed that the more I dress femininely, the more I embrace the womanly figure, the better I look in clothing, at least according to me. I could be wrong, but I'm happy. And I think that's what femininity is about. It's about pursuing that confidence and happiness in your clothing. So don't hide your womanly shape and don't be ashamed of having a little extra fat or curves. We are meant to carry more body fat. That's healthy and it's okay and it's womanly. All right, my 6th tip for looking more feminine. Choose softer fabrics and textures and materials. A lot of us like to wear jeans, jean jackets, and like leather stuff and very masculine materials. Kind of the clothing you would see in like a dystopian young adult futuristic movie like The Hunger Games or Divergent. Those are very masculine materials. And so I would honestly encourage you to avoid those materials if you want to look more feminine instantly. And so choose the lighter, breezier, flowier materials and fabrics. Cottons, linens, lace, lighter fabrics that more fall on your silhouette instead of creating boxy, harsh lines or looking overly heavy. But have no fear, you don't need to chuck your denim out the window. Maybe pair your denim jacket with a flowier dress to get some of that yin and yang balance, okay? So you no need to toss out your whole wardrobe, but learn to mix and match pieces better so it's not an overwhelming amount of masculine material. Those feminine materials, the lighter linens, the breezy cottons, anything that has Marie Antoinette, Kirsten Dunst vibes is going to make you look more feminine. My 7th and final tip to look more feminine: hold your shoulders back. I am somewhat guilty of not doing this, and I see it in my videos and it drives me crazy. But I've been saying this since over a year ago, and the truth is that when we hunch, we hide our curves. First of all, I think that's the motivation for a lot of us for hunching. But we also just look kind of sad and not confident. So my little rule for overcoming this is imagining that you have a pair of butterfly wings on your back and they're attached to your shoulder blades and you want them to be straight up. Hold your wings up, ladies. You will look so much more feminine because, again, you're going to be accentuating your feminine body. You're going to be accentuating the fact that you're a woman. You're going to be accentuating the fact that you're confident. And femininity and confidence go hand in hand in a very similar way that masculinity and confidence go hand in hand, because it's a full acceptance of self, it's an understanding of who you are, and it's an embrace of your natural, how you were made, who you are as a woman. So hold those shoulders back. Try to have good posture even when you are sitting in a chair. I have a whole video on ladylike posture and behavior. You can take this as much to an extreme as you want. I don't think posture is a morality thing. I don't think you have to sit up straight if you don't want to. But I know that many people on this channel are interested in how to be more elegant, and posture is the #1 way. So that is actually all I have for you guys today. If you have more instant femininity tips, leave them in the comments below. I know that you guys get a lot of inspiration from each other and I love to see it. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, consider liking the video. It does help other feminine women find our community. If you're interested in more of this kind of content, I have an entire beauty and style playlist here on YouTube. Feel free as well to subscribe and join the feminine family. I have a written blog if you're interested, and I do have an Instagram like every other YouTuber and influencer out there that you can feel free to join and follow me along as I live this beautiful life. But in total, I hope you have a wonderfully blessed and feminine week, my beautiful sisters.